Hey there, I'm Adrienne, and in this class, we're going to explore some movements that can reduce stiffness and tension in the neck and the shoulders. So, we're going to begin in a comfortable seated position, and we're going to be here for the duration of class. So, I recommend that you grab something to sit on. I'm actually sitting up on a yoga block with a blanket covering it to add a little more cushion, but you can grab whatever you have. So, pillow, bolster, blanket, yoga block with a blanket. And the other option, if sitting on the floor is just not your jam at the moment, you can also sit on a chair. So, for the majority of practice, sitting in a chair is a totally fine option versus sitting on the floor. Towards the end of class, we are going to lie on our bellies. So if you want, you can roll out your yoga mat or you can just practice on the floor, your choice. And then we'll start in that nice, comfortable seated position on the floor or in the chair. So I always like to just sort of wiggle around and find a nice, comfortable position for my pelvis and settle in. And when you feel ready, you can close your eyes. And turn your attention to your breath. And just let your breath move in and out. Inviting the body to soften, relaxing the jaw, and inviting the shoulder blades to relax down your back. When you're ready, take a deep, full breath in through the nose and breathe in very slowly. Expand into the ribs, and when you can't breathe in any more air, breathe out through the nose or the mouth equally as slow. And we'll do 2 more rounds. Breathing in, expanding and opening into the rib cage, and exhaling completely and slowly through the nose or the mouth. One last breath. And then take an easy breath in through the nose and out through the nose, returning to a more relaxed breath. And when you feel ready, if your eyes are closed, begin to open the eyes and let the light come in. Good. And then take one hand to the top of your head and just gently rest your hand on the top of your head. If it's uncomfortable to have your hand up here, you can also put something like a small book or a yoga block or a cushion, something like that, just to press into. And then try to keep the shoulders relaxed or as relaxed as you can. And press your head up into your hand. Keep your chin level with the floor and lengthen through the muscles in your neck. And think about bringing more space in between the vertebrae in your cervical spine, the spine in your neck. Good. Deep breath in. And then if you exhale, release your hand if you have it on your head, but keep that sense of elongation through the neck and the spine. Bring awareness to the very tip of your nose, and then just start to circle your nose. And we're only going to draw circles that are about the size of a quarter, so not very big to start. We just want to move the skull, the head, on top of that very first vertebrae at the top of your spine. You can start to go just a little bigger, slowly. And then reverse direction, starting with those smaller circles. And then moving a little bigger. And because these are so small, we often want to go kind of fast. So slow it down. Good. And then back through center. Relax, shake it out. Good. Continue sitting up nice and tall. And then tuck your chin and press the back of your head back. So you're going to give yourself a double chin. So keep tucking, keep pressing your head back, invite the shoulders down, and then curl your chin in towards your chest, continuing to press your head back, chin back. So tuck as you roll. And then as soon as you can't go any further without rounding through the shoulders, so we want to keep this movement in the neck. Keep chin back, head back, and unwind. Lift your head up and back, keeping the length through the neck. Lift your chin slightly, and we'll do that one more time. So head level with the earth. Tuck your chin, press your head back, find your big double chin, and then roll your chin up into your chest. Go as far as you comfortably can, and then continue to press the head back, chin back, unroll. Gently lift and relax, shake it out. Good. All right, take your right hand and extend the heel of your hand out towards the floor. Flex your hand and pull all 5 fingers back towards your shoulder. And make sure your thumb isn't forgotten about, so stretch your thumb out as well. Take a bend in the elbow, soft bend, and then spin the inside of your elbow forward and try to rotate, externally rotate that upper arm bone. Good, keep that. Lengthen up through the neck, left ear, left shoulder. Keep your gaze on the horizon and then start to play with where your right hand is in space. You can move it around. Keep the fingers spreading wide, thumb open. And looking for any sweet spots. Good, and then bring your hand back to about where we started and tilt your nose down towards your armpit. So imagine that you're trying to give your armpit like a sneaky little sniff. And then rotate your gaze forward and rotate down, rotate forward, rotate down. Good, come all the way up, relax that right arm, shake it out. Good, and then extend your left arm out, finding that wrist extension, press through the heel of your hand, spread your fingers even, your thumb nice and wide. And then soft bend in the elbow, spin the inside of your elbow forward, rotate that humerus bone, upper arm bone back, and then sit up tall through the neck, right ear, right shoulder. And then again, just play with where the left hand is in space. Bring it further back, a little higher, a little lower. Just move it all around. Looking for any sweet spots. If you find a sweet spot, you can pause and take a breath. Good, and then bring your hand back to a more neutral position to where we started. And then tilt your nose down towards your armpit, little sneaky sniff. And then forward and down, forward and down. Good, come all the way back up, shake it out. Nice. All right, so let's move our shoulder blades around. Start with your hands on your knees or your thighs, and then bring your shoulder blades up your back. And this is a slightly different movement than shrugging your shoulders. So when we shrug our shoulders, those upper trap muscles are working really hard. So bring more of the awareness into your shoulder blades and see if you can just gently lift those shoulder blades up your back. So you'll still probably have some space between the ear and the shoulder. And then squeeze your shoulder blades back and pull your shoulder blades down your back. And then roll forward, up, back, and down. And we'll just explore those nice slow shoulder rolls, waking up the scapulas. Good. And then let's reverse direction. So let your shoulders come back to neutral. Now hug your shoulder blades back. Keep the front ribs down as you do this. So chest down, ribs down. Squeeze your shoulders back. Slide your shoulder blades up your back. Forward, down. Squeeze back. Slide up, forward, and down. Good. And then relax and just shake it out. Nice. All right, so let me actually turn to the side for this. So we're going to bring the arms out to the sides with the palms up. And try to round through your upper back. Press your breastbone, which is the sternum bone, in towards your spine. So we're not coming into a full spinal flexion, but just think slight cat pose in the upper back. Arms out to the sides, and then let the shoulder blades move away from your spine. Start to reach your hands forward, palms out or palms up, thumbs out. And then reach through all 10 fingers. Keep your shoulder blades apart. So nice broad space between those shoulder blades. And then open up your arms and bring them back. And what we want to do is keep the shoulder blades still and just move those humerus bones, upper arm bones, in the socket. Keep pressing the inside of your elbows towards each other. And you can also play with where your hands are in space. So you might take the hands closer down to the ground. And keep reaching out through the fingers. Good. And one more or two more, wherever you are. And relax. Shake it out. Nice. So we've been here for a little while. If you want to switch the cross of your legs, you're welcome to do that. And then let's take our forearms out in front of us. So inside of the forearms together, press your elbows together, wrists together, palms together. If you can't actually connect them, that's okay. You can just try to squeeze them towards each other. And then if it's a little too intense to have your arms up here, then bring your elbows down a little more. Now extend out through your elbows. Push your elbows away from your chest. Round slightly through the upper back. Draw the sternum in towards the spine, and then rotate towards your right. Twist through the rib cage, and then bring your elbows back to center. Twist to the left. Keep reaching the elbows out. And feel those shoulder blades wrap around the edges of your rib cage. Feel like you're pressing out through the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, through the elbows. Good. A couple more rotations. And back through center. Whew, relax. Shake it out. Nice. All right. So make my way back to center here. And then we're going to stretch our throat, the front of our neck. So take your hands. This is going to seem a little funny or weird, but that's okay. We don't care about looks here. You're going to take your hands and stick your hands into your armpits. And then just let your elbows and your hands be really heavy here and pull your chest or weight your chest down. So my hands are a little low because I'm trying not to block my mic, but you'd be a little bit more up here. You want to feel the traction or that slight pull from your chest because of your hands pulling down. And then we're going to stretch by lifting the head up, lifting the chin up, and then start to lean your head over to one side. And just play around with where your head is in space until you feel a stretch through the front of your neck down to your collarbone. And then you can go to the other side. So the more that you lift the chin up and have your head to one side, the more you're going to feel it through the front of the neck, through the throat. And just being mindful as you move. If you create any pain, then don't, you can try not moving your neck with your head leaned back. You can bring your head forward and then rotate your head up and back. And all the while, just keeping the hands nice and weighted on the chest. Good, and then last movement here, come back to center. Elongate through the neck, pressing the top of your head towards the sky. And then start to lift your chin towards the ceiling. And you're gonna give yourself an underbite. So you're gonna stick your chin out and you're gonna lift your chin towards the sky. And then really press your chin to the sky, opening through the throat. Take a deep breath. And relax. And then just wiggle your jaw. So let the jaw relax. You can let your hands relax and just wiggle the jaw. All right, let's go ahead and make our way down onto the floor. So we're gonna come onto our bellies. You can remove whatever it is that you have on your mat that you're sitting on. And then come all the way down. And we'll bring our arms by our sides. Backs of the hands on the floor. And then allow the head to come all the way down to the earth. Let your forehead rest on the ground and let the shoulders roll forward towards the earth. You can give your booty a little rock from side to side here. Good, and then continue pressing the backs of your hands down. Anchor your pubis bone at the front of your pelvis into the floor. And then with your forehead on the ground, lift your face off the floor and press the back of your head towards the ceiling. And then lower down. So think about lifting the forehead, the nose, and the chin off the ground all at the same time. Press the back of your head as far back as you can without creating unnecessary tension, and then lower down. And we're going to continue with that movement. And just make sure that you're lifting your head off the floor at the same level. So you shouldn't have your chin tilted at all. Your face should be basically parallel with the floor. Let's do one more. On this last one, we're going to hold, tuck the chin, press the back of your hands into the floor, pubis bone into the floor. Breathing. And then relax. Let your forehead come down. You can bring your arms up and out in front of you. And rest your forehead on your forearms. Shake your booty from side to side. Good. And then from here, we're going to do same thing, but bring your arms out to the sides and just find a comfortable position here. So you can have your elbows more out in front of you or elbows directly out from the shoulders, whatever feels most comfortable in your body. Press the palms down, anchor your pubis bone down, forehead on the ground. Same thing, lift your head off the ground and then lower down. Gently pressing through the forearms as you do this movement. Lifting your face off the ground, forehead, nose, chin, all at the same time. You can slightly tuck your chin as well, especially as you really press the head up. When you come to the sort of end of that movement, really tuck the chin a little more. Get a little more active sensation through those muscles at the base of your spine, or I'm sorry, base of your skull. Good, last one. And on this last one, we're gonna hold, press forearms down, Tops of the feet down, pubis bone down. Hold, breathe. See if you can go just a little further. Deep breath. And relax. Come all the way down. Let your arms find a comfortable position. And take a deep breath, wiggling your booty from side to side. And letting your head rock from side to side, shaking out any tension in the neck. Good. And then we're going to come back up to a seated position. And I'm just going to have a seat on my heels. You can find whatever comfortable seat does work for you. And then just roll the shoulders around a bit. Let your head fall from side to side. Maybe take the arms and keep the elbows bent, but let the arms swing back and forth. And just shift around, wiggle it out a little. Notice how the head, the neck, the shoulders are feeling. Take a couple deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Good. All right, let's go ahead and close class. And if you'd like to take a longer Shavasana, you're more than welcome to make your way onto your back and lay down here if you have the time. Otherwise, just find a nice, comfortable seated position. And we'll close by taking one hand to the chest and the other hand to the belly. Inviting the eyes to close. And take a deep breath into the belly, the ribs, the chest, expanding as much as you can, taking as much air in as you can. And breathing out through the nose or the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me here, and I can't wait to see you next time.